Our conversation this morning with Kim Racan is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And Kim and her husband Gary work very, very hard to put together the Warriors Rock concert, and it's coming to the KCAC this weekend. Let's talk to her about it, okay? Kim, good morning.
Good morning to you.
It's good to have you with us. I recall talking to you about this last year, and this is really a unique concert. You know, people say most unique, more unique. There is really only one definition of unique, and you've hit it with this concert.
You know what? I honestly have to agree with you, and I feel like somebody above whispered this concept into our ear, and we presented it, and it worked. And this is our 13th year, and we love every single concert. Like, we take nothing for granted. We're just so blessed to be able to present what I call the true celebrities of today's world, which are our veterans, active, first responders, and our active military now. So we love presenting what they do, and that we're able to have a concert in this day and age because of whether people like it or not. We do live in a free world. It is.
Yeah. All right, so let's first tell folks when and where, and then we'll repeat that before we're done here this morning, and then we'll get into how this actually happens.
Okay, it's this coming Saturday, August 20th. It's at the Kowalczyk Center, the Toretti Auditorium that's located inside the Kowalczyk Center. It's a beautiful theater. It's a 7 o'clock show. Doors open at 6. If you didn't get a ticket online, you can get a ticket at the door. It has a lot of seats in the theater that can accommodate a lot of people. So we hope if you didn't have any plans and you didn't get a ticket yet, come on Saturday, you can get them at the door. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, the Warriors Rock concert is, it's a unique setup, and it takes an awful lot of work behind the scenes before the concert ever occurs, and that work is probably still being completed right now, huh?
It is. You're right. Yeah. The guts of our concert, so if you think of looking at a band on a stage and the backdrop of the stage is a video screen, what we've done is we pre-recorded interviews with veterans from the Indiana area. And we take those interviews, they're seated in a chair, they state their name, branch, when they served, what their role was, and they all tell a story. And then that story, honestly, is like amazing. These are not, Purple Heart recipients. These are not people that, have these amazing stories that made the national news. But guess what? Every single story shows us that somebody left their house, somebody left their family to go serve for our country. And people, it's honestly overwhelming. And we hear these interviews and we just think, wow. I go on vacation. Within 2 weeks, I'm ready to go home. Can't wait to get back to my bed. These people leave their homes for at least a year. Sometimes they do 2, 3, 4 tours. It's amazing. And then every interview ends with the song that reminded them of home when they were deployed. The band then kicks into that music. So it is a production, and there's a lot of behind the scenes. I appreciate the time of the veterans. We have a great film company that takes their interviews and puts them into mini documentaries, 3 minutes long. It's like you don't lose time thinking, oh boy, this is going to last for 10, 15 minutes. They tell their stories, and pictures are involved in it from when they served. The production is amazing, and I can't take credit for that. I have a great producer named Trevor who just loves this as much as we do.
Gary, for all those years with the Vogues, he's used to performing in unique settings, certainly, and in a unique format, which is going to be the case on Saturday at the KCAC. But the musicianship that goes into something like that, we get all caught up in the concert itself. But for these musicians to do what they do, that's a very special thing.
Oh, my God. Honestly, so, there's two types of musicians. There's a studio musician who records music, and they go in a studio, and they can practice a song 10, 15 times and record it. And then you have a live musician who, does the music live, which is what we do. But these guys learn the songs of the veterans. And so it's not just an easy, here, pick a song from a list. These guys they're learning songs just like we put together for the veterans' requested songs. So, and what's cool is it's so diversified. You can have a World War II veteran up to the current conflict. So the genres and decades of music are incorporated into this event.
It's just an amazing way that you have thought this up. When you began this, how many years ago did you say? 13 years ago?
13 years ago, yeah.
When you began this 13 years ago, did you ever conceive that this would grow into what it has become?
Never. We thought we would do one a year. We thought, well, we're doing this in honor of Gary's father and my father, who are both veterans. Let's do something really unique. Let's do something once a year for veterans. It's taken us onto the deck of the USS Midway in San Diego. Since we were in Indiana last year, we've been to New York, we've been to Florida. What happens is the show really does capture something in people, and there's no politics, so it doesn't matter your political allegiance. You get that renewed patriotism, and so what happens is somebody's in the audience and they say, I want to bring this to my town, to my city, my community, and that just triggers. But no, I never imagined that this would happen, and we're going to keep it going. This is going to go on forever.
Does Gary ever worry that some veteran will say that my song was Puccini's Turandot?
Yeah, listen, he can worry about whatever he wants. He can learn. He's going to learn whatever we tell him to learn.
That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And the Studio E band itself and Gary, they invite, at the end of the concert, they invite people up on stage, right?
So at the end, our last song that we do at every concert is God Bless the USA. And what we do when we start the music is we invite all the veterans, active military, first responders in the audience to come to the stage. We pass out flags to the audience, so everybody in the audience is singing to our heroes that are on the stage. It's a touching moment.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely has to be. Want to emphasize to folks as well that if you're not a veteran or you're not a first responder, you need to come to this concert as well, because this is a chance for you that you might not ever have again to thank some folks who are very, very special.
Yeah, and it's great music. That's what kind of we put our finger on, is that it's a little bit of both, because we all love music and we associate music with things in our life. And so that's what we've done with this concert. We're associating music, uniting the community through music with our veterans.
Now, this is the second year for you to bring the concert to Indiana, right?
Yes, and it's due to two gentlemen in the area, Bill and Dick Stafen, and they had come to Greensboro concerts that we had and said, we want to bring this to Indiana. They've worked hard to get sponsors. Diane Overman is another person very involved who helped us get the veterans' names, because we just don't send out a message and say, hey, if you want to be a part of the concert, because I can't do 100 veterans in a show, mm-hmm. I could never say no to 90 people. So we do it, just asking people on the team to get us veterans, and we have we have a very diversified collection on Saturday of beautiful veterans.
Well, one of the things about a concert that is being newly established in an area, one of those annual concert type events, is that you never know going in what kind of the response you're going to get. So think back to a year ago and how people responded to the concert itself. And obviously you'd like to have an even more successful show this week.
Well, and for sure, because not only is it great to have an audience to watch this, but 100% of every cent of ticket money that's collected on Saturday, we give back to the community. So Warriors Rock is a 501c3, which means that we're a nonprofit, which means that all the money that's collected at the door for tickets, we're giving to a veterans organization in the area, which in this case is the Western Pennsylvania Veterans Relief Fund. So we put it back into the community.
Oh, it's going to be a great, great night. Again, it is coming up on Saturday. Did you say 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock show.
And the doors will open at?
6.
At 6 at the Toretti Auditorium at the Kowalczyk Complex. Kim, thanks so much for spending time with us this morning. The Warriors Rock concert is on the way again.
Can't wait to see everybody.
Have a wonderful day today, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. So how about that? That is exciting news. The Warriors Rock concert is coming. As Kim said, you can get tickets at the door that night, but, Toretti Auditorium holds, I think, about 600-some people. You probably want to get those tickets ahead of time, because folks will want to be there on Saturday night.